Coming up on Fulton Today, the new registration and elections chief lays out his plan for the department. Hear what he has to say. And one of the county's longest serving state court judges hangs up her robe. Fulton Today is next.
From the Government Center in downtown Atlanta, you're watching Fulton Today with Shania Chavis.
Welcome to Fulton Today, everybody. I'm Shania Chavis. The Fulton County Registration and Elections Department starts anew with a newly appointed chief. Richard Barron is now officially on the job, taking over one of the largest election departments in the state. Barron was formally introduced during a recent Board of Registration and Elections meeting. Following the introduction, it was on to the business of the board. The group addressed, among other things, the voter registration list report and a few redistricting proposals by the city of Atlanta and the Atlanta school system. Well, Richard Barron, quite a busy meeting. Welcome to the county and welcome to Fulton Today.
Hi, Shania. Thank you for having me.
Well, sir, you're coming into the job with a number of things on your plate. What's first on the agenda?
I think the first few weeks, what I would like to do is meet with several people at the Secretary of State's office, get their perspective on Fulton County elections. Also go to Kennesaw State and see how they program the elections, meet with my staff and get a sense of how they feel about the way the elections department and the registration department have been over the last few years, and also just to provide some stability and leadership in a role where it seems there's been a revolving door.
Well, a lot of attention was paid to the Fulton County Department of Registration and Elections during the last general election. What is your overall plan for the department moving forward?
The one thing that I would like to do is to expand early voting. I need to get a sense of the contracts with the jurisdictions and just be able to provide more early voting opportunities for the voters so that we can ease the burden on election day and also give voters the opportunity to vote anywhere during that 2 to 3 week period before early voting starts.
And so we know you are just getting started, but we will ask you for your final thoughts.
I want to thank the board for their confidence in me when they hired me, and I also I'm looking forward to working with all of my staff, and from what I've seen of Atlanta, I'm really excited to be here.
All right, Richard Barron, the new Registration and Elections Chief. Again, welcome to the county and thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me.
And as one says hello, another says goodbye. This week marks the end of an era for one Fulton County state judge. Judge Susan Forsling steps down off the bench after more than 15 years. The judge helped hundreds of men and women reclaim their lives thanks to an initiative she founded, Drug Court. She says after serving many years in state court, she is ready to do something a little different.
July 1st of this year represents 33 years with Fulton County. I started out in the county attorney's office at the bottom of the totem pole, so to speak, and worked my way up to county attorney and then was appointed judge. And I feel that I've accomplished everything that I have set out to accomplish, both as county attorney and as judge, and I am ready for a new season in my life.
Judge Forsling was the county's first female county attorney. She has informed the governor that she is open to the idea of serving in senior judge status for Superior Court. If appointed to senior status, she would assist with criminal court cases as needed. Fulton County Parks officials asked the Board of Commissioners to change park hours to help eliminate public safety and security risk. Tony Phillips is here now. He is the Assistant Director of Planning and Community Services. Tony, welcome back to Fulton Today.
Hi, Shania. Thanks for having me.
Well, first things first, Tony, I understand that there have been some reports of vandalism at sites and littering at some of the area parks. Talk to us about what's going on.
We did have an unfortunate incident. We have a community garden that we help to maintain that several citizens have been working on for a number of years, and there's a building there that houses some of the equipment and tools that are used to maintain the community garden, and unfortunately some individuals chose to commit vandalism on that building. We had a significant degree of damage to the building, And so we're working to repair that now, and the message we'd like to hopefully get out to the community is to talk to all of our citizens, and particularly our younger children and teenagers, about the need to preserve county facilities, to have respect for those facilities so that we can make sure they maintain in good condition and be available for all of us to be able to benefit from.
All right, so explain to everybody what the rules are.
There is within the Fulton County Code of Laws a specific park ordinance that relates to the use of county parks and recreation facilities. It contains everything from a prohibition on alcohol use or firearms in the park to a requirement that pets be on a leash, and also a littering ordinance, which is really one that we hope people pay close attention to. We currently pick up several tons of trash out of our parks each week from use from citizens. Some of that is normal and to be expected, but we hope that people take advantage of the trash receptacles and making sure that we do our part to keep the parks clean that belong to all of us.
And Tony, clearly there are some consequences for breaking these rules. Explain those.
Well, as I mentioned, this is a part of the Fulton County Code of Laws. They are misdemeanor violations when you violate the park ordinances, and so you would be subject to possible citation and an appearance before a magistrate court judge where there could be fines and or jail time. We certainly hope that it doesn't come to that. The laws are there to help all of us understand how to better use our parks and how to preserve those facilities so that we'll have them for everyone to use in the future.
And finally, remind everybody why it is everybody's responsibilities to keep up our parks and recreation areas.
We are fortunate in South Fulton that we have a wonderful park system, and parks is really a quality of life issue. Being able to go to a park in your neighborhood with your family when you choose, enjoy nice amenities like picnic pavilions, swimming pools, athletic fields, all of those bring great value to our community. And the way we maintain them is really through a partnership. It's the county government and the citizens that we serve working together. If all of us pitch in and do our part to maintain these parks, hopefully we can preserve them in good condition and make sure that they're available for generations to come.
All right, Tony Phillips with Planning and Community Services, always great information. Thank you so much, sir, for your time.
Thank you for having me, Shania.
If you want to report vandalism, littering, or other unlawful acts at your local parks or recreation centers, you can call the county's tell line, or of course you can call 911. Meanwhile, over 24 children get a hands-on lesson on public safety in Camp 911. The elementary school students spent a week getting an up-close look at the operations of fire, police, marshals, and the sheriff's offices. That included helicopters, special op vehicles, and fire rescue equipment.
And then we went outside, we saw helicopters. The helicopters they were big, and you had to know a lot of stuff to do it.
Information on first aid, personal safety, and gang resistance were also included in the program.
We hope that they leave with a sense of pride about dealing with issues concerning safety, for one, dealing with issues in school as far as peer pressure, dealing with bullying, dealing with any aspect of sexual harassment, because kids are dealing with all issues at an early age now.
Officials hope the camp also sparked an early interest in public safety careers. The camp was free for students who lived in unincorporated South Fulton. From public safety to public information, students attending Fulton County Citizens University wrap up their 12-week class on government with a lesson from communications and the Office of Broadcast and Cable, FGTV. After getting an overview of the services in both offices, the students broke up into two groups to plan a press conference and a newscast. The focus about the state legislation designed to reduce millions of dollars in county services.
The bill is passed in the state legislature, so if you're not in agreement with this bill, then one of the first things you can do is reach out to your state representative.
The students served in every role, from public information officers to TV anchor and reporter.
And I would encourage all of the constituents in Fulton County to try to become part of Fulton County Citizen University. I have learned so much within the 12 weeks. I'm very impressed. And my son, he and I was taking this journey together.
Next week, we'll show you the graduation ceremonies for the group. The Fulton County Citizens University program is offered once a year to show residents just how their tax dollars are being spent. To get more information for the class of 2014, contact Ethel Cobb at 404-612-8308. There's much more to come on Fulton Today. Stay with us. A group of teen dads graduate with a new set of skills, and a Fourth Ward park is dedicated to a longtime community leader. Here's this week's District by District coverage.
We begin in District 3. With the popularity of senior services in North Fulton, the City of Milton will open the Milton Neighborhood Senior Center later this month. The facility will offer exercise, education, dancing, and transportation services to and from the location.
I'm really excited about this new senior center in the City of Milton. It's a true partnership between the City of Milton and the county, in that the city is providing the facility and doing some renovations, and the county will be providing some of the programming there to serve the ever-growing senior population in North Fulton.
The Milton Senior Center will temporarily be located inside of the Community Church of Christ on Francis Road in Milton. There are other senior centers located in the North Fulton area, like the Roswell Neighborhood Senior Center and the Dorothy C. Benson Senior Multipurpose Facility located in Sandy Springs. The Benson Center offers computer classes, water aerobics, and fitness programs. For more information on the new Milton Neighborhood Senior Center, call 770-689-8012 or send an email to mross@ssnorthfulton.org. District 5 residents and Vice Chair Emma I. Darnell celebrate the start of construction for a project that's been long in the making. Ground is broken for the Aviation Community Cultural Center at Brown Field. County officials and members of the community who had been pushing for the facility were on hand for the ceremony. The center will be a community gathering place that will focus on history of North American aviation, training for aviation careers, and performing and visual arts.
We cannot help but remember those who are now gone, who were not able to be here today, Mrs. Nathaniel Robinson, and all the others who started 12 years ago with a dream.
The facility will include public art by Michael Reese. Vice Chair Darnell has welcomed input from the community since the beginning of this project. Community meetings were conducted to educate citizens about the facility and to give them the opportunity to meet with builders. This $5 million project was funded by the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act and approved by the Board of Commissioners in 2010. The over 16,000 square foot facility is scheduled to open in May 2014. In District 6, citizens unite to remember a community leader in the Old Fourth Ward. Commissioner Joan Garner presents a proclamation at the Memorial Park dedication to honor Marie Kauser for her public service. The commissioner described Kauser, who passed away in 2009, as a person who worked tirelessly for everyone in her community.
When you met Marie, you could never forget Marie. Of anybody that I know on this planet, Marie Kauser was a person who was invested in every life that she came in contact with and every life that she didn't know.
Atlanta City Councilman Kwanzaa Hall joins the dedication to reflect on Ms. Kauser's accomplishments. He describes the park dedication as a proper way of saying thank you.
She was that moral compass for the Old Fourth Ward, for the heart of Atlanta.
The park is owned by the Historic District Development Corporation, a group working to revitalize the Old Fourth Ward area. In District 7, a group of teen dads talk about the lessons they've recently learned during their own graduation ceremony. The young men completed the Teen Dads Call to Manhood program. This program provides services like career counseling, educational support, and parenting classes. The keynote address on responsible fatherhood was given by Fulton County District Attorney Paul Howard. Teaching teen dads to be responsible fathers is exactly why Commissioner William Bill Edwards created the program.
We've seen the rise of teenage pregnancy. Most people, first thing they do is they go toward the mom and the baby. We need to go toward the father. To become the parent is one thing, but to become a father takes a whole lot of skill.
The graduates said the program stresses the importance of being active in their child's life.
So far I learned that fatherhood is the #1 key to raising a child. Your child will be better with two parents. With both parents, it'll be way much easier on both ends.
The Teen Dads program was created in 2009. For more information about the program, call 404-613-8738. With this week's District by District coverage, I'm Darrell Peak.
Thank you very much. And still to come on Fulton Today, a new mobile health unit makes a stop in South Fulton. We'll tell you all about it when we come back.
Portions of the following segment are part of the Fulton County Common Ground Initiative. Common Ground, the county's comprehensive solution to the problem of health disparities in the community.
Well, Health Services on Wheels is the focus of this week's Common Ground Reports. FGTV's Lynn Vaughn has the story now on the newest unit in South Fulton. Where is it, Lynn?
That's right, Sean. The Mobile Health Unit is here to serve residents of what's called the College Park Opportunity Zone, or COZ. It will be stationed here weekly at the Godby Road Recreation Center on Godby Road in College Park.
Doctors were seeing patients even as the ribbon-cutting ceremony was taking place. Now the word's going out that primary medical care for under or uninsured residents of the 30349 area is available.
One of the gaps that got identified early on was health services, primary health care, so that kids are not out of school, people can get more quickly to what they need. College Park said they had a lot of emergency calls that were going into the emergency rooms, and so we started trying to work on a health initiative as one of our primary goals.
The CEO of United Way, the lead community partner in the project, says there's no question the area has suffered from lack of access to medical care.
We know that across greater Atlanta, it matters where you live, because where you live determines not only how you live, but too often how long you live.
West End Medical Centers Incorporated, which provides primary care in several of the county's health centers, is the provider here.
It is poor access that determines whether or not a person's health outcomes are going to be good ones. And so by us going out into the communities, it's another way of getting at those statistics and helping patients that are high risk become controlled and into basically a medical home.
I myself experienced the mobile unit. I was a little hesitant at first because I didn't really know what they offered, but it was a great experience. Everybody was on point. The doctors were very helpful, and we need it in this community. In order to be employed, you're going to have to be able to work. In order to volunteer, you need to be in good health. Good health is of vital importance to any aspect of life, and so we're really, really thrilled that we have this mobile unit in our community.
Patients are seen by appointment at the mobile medical unit in the Godby Road Recreation Center parking lot at 2300 Godby Road each Monday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Residents of the Alexander Landing or Southampton apartments and those living in the 30349 zip code will receive priority. To make an appointment, call the United Way at 211 or call the West End Medical Centers or Families First at either of the numbers listed here. From College Park, I'm Lynn Vaughn, FGTV.
All right, thank you very much, Lynn. Now, initially, the mobile health unit will be stationed at the Godby Road Recreation Center in College Park on Mondays. You can receive service from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. The folks at COZ, the College Park Opportunity Zone, will be happy to answer any of your questions about the new program. And check this out. There's now a way for people living with chronic diseases to manage their conditions online. The Office of Aging has for years conducted Living Well workshops, but seniors still in the workforce couldn't get to them. So now, in partnership with the National Council on Aging and the Georgia Division of Aging Services, Fulton is providing the Chronic Disease Self-Management Program, also known as Choices Better Health Online.
They're their own experts. They know how they feel and how they learn to prioritize and how they learn to journal and how they learn to work with each other on how basically people know what they should eat. Basically, people know what they should be doing. They know they should be walking. They know they should be drinking water. They know they should be eating healthier. But how they actually implement it in their lives is really the challenge. Well, this course helps people begin to implement it slowly at your own pace.
Denise says two people who are also managing chronic diseases act as facilitators for each class, and she says studies show this approach works.
What has come out of this evidence-based model is people begin to implement it slowly and see progress for a lifetime. They begin to make those changes at their own pace, working together with their co-facilitators and with the other students in the program.
You can sign up for the classes by going to restartliving.org, or you can just call the Office of Aging Star Line at 404-613-6000. And finally, in health news, the Environmental Health Services Division is seeking nominations for its annual awards program. The awards will be presented by the Board of Commissioners at a fall meeting as they were last fall. Each year, the Fulton County Citizens Commission on the Environment recognizes an individual, a development, and a program that exemplifies, creates, and/or supports sound environmental practices. This year's deadline to submit nominations is July 19th.
Please take this opportunity to talk to folks in your community and find out what's going on, not only for the nomination process, but also so that you can get involved and potentially be nominated for your work in the future.
Bohannon says it's perfectly all right if you nominate yourself or your own program. She gave an example of the kind of work that is rewarded.
Most recently, an urban farmer was recognized for his work in his community, and it was very rewarding to see not only the head farmer himself, but also those who help him tend to the farm receive public recognition.
And you can email your nomination entry to FCCCE Environmental Awards Program at Fulton County Health Services. That's at 99 Jesse Hill Jr. Drive, Southeast in room 136, Atlanta 30303. Or just call 404-613-1546 or visit this website. And still to come on Fulton Today, lessons in wildlife. Stay with us.
You're watching Fulton Today.
Well, they creep, they crawl, and they go bump in the library. A tarantula, lizard, and snake were the main attractions when the Zoomobile made a stop at the East Point Branch Library. Children got up close and very personal with the creatures.
I like that there was real snakes and real lizards that were out of the zoo, so we can actually see them, not in a TV, in real life, and actually touch them for once.
Obviously, all the kids weren't afraid of the reptiles and spider. They learned that each creature actually helps the environment, like the tarantula that eats other bugs.
Personally, I think it helps the kids because you're getting that really close-up connection with an animal that otherwise is behind glass, is in behind wire, in a beautiful enclosure, but it's nothing like seeing that animal up close and personal.
Families can learn more about these animals when they get a free zoo pass from their local library branch, or residents can wait for the Zoomobile to visit their library. Log on to the library's website for dates and times. And finally, what is a summer without learning how to swim? Well, that's easy to do when residents sign up for lessons at Welcome Park. Classes are open to adults and children as young as 3 years old. New swimmers can learn the basics like kicking and, most importantly, staying afloat.
Learning how to swim is a lifelong important because it not only offers you the safety when you go swimming, but at the same time, you can reach out and give that back to anybody within your community or within your reach.
It's not too late to sign up for swim lessons. The deadline is Saturday, July 15th. Register at Welcome Park. There, residents can get more information. And for the advanced swimmers, drop by Welcome Park for Open Swim. And before we go, our reminder that we'd like to hear from you about the stories and programs here on FGTV. Go to our website to take a survey, or you can also email or call us. The number is 404-612-8317. The email address is fgtv.feedback@fultoncountyga.gov. You can also follow us on twitter.com/FGTV, friend us on Facebook, and watch us on YouTube. Well, that does it for this edition of Fulton Today. I'm Shania Chavis. Thank you for joining us. Join us each week for news around and about Fulton County.